I'm Renee.
And I'm Anthony, and we are the voices, healers, and channelers behind Blue Soul Earth. We connect to higher levels of consciousness to bring forth divine energies, to heal and to teach ancient wisdom.
These energies that we access from higher dimensions largely consist of the ascended masters that humanity across cultures knows really well. They are many, but they speak collectively as one voice. And for simplicity's sake, we call them our spirit team.
How we channel as a couple is very unique. The energies we channel come down through Renee's crown chakra, through her solar plexus, into my solar plexus, and then back up through my crown chakra, and it forms a three-dimensional triangle that's used to heal and to teach.
These energies flow through us a bit like an infinity 8. The symbolism behind why and how this happens is actually pretty profound.
It's actually accessing divine feminine and divine masculine energies, weaving them together to form one energy to heal and to teach.
We will be channeling different topics in roughly 10 to 15 minute segments that will be part of our Blue Soul Wisdom series.
So if you're just starting out on your spiritual journey,
or if you'd like to access higher levels of consciousness,
or you'd like to take your healing practice to the next level,
then join us.
Thank you. Hi, my name is Anthony.
And I'm Renee, and we're here today to talk about energy and energy in the home or the surrounding area where you live and how that affects us, how what we put in our house, where we place objects, what they face and what they don't face and why, including the directions and the elements and so forth, and how they actually can shift how we feel in our homes. Many of you might be thinking we're talking about Feng Shui, and indeed we are to a degree, but today we're also going to explore something called Vastu Shastra, which is lesser known. It's a precursor to Feng Shui, the Indian system, which shows us how to harness an auspicious flow of energy into our lives by positioning and designing buildings that resonate with our mental, physical, and spiritual needs. And we're going to be reading excerpts from Carolyn Robertson's book, Vastu Shastra, the Indian counterpart to Feng Shui.
And I don't only think that it's where you position the objects, but also the object that you place into your home or into buildings that raise this vibration.
Raise the vibration and treat energy as energy. We are all energy. Our homes are made up of energy. We are made up of energy. So it certainly serves to reason that paying attention to energy and the elements are an important part of living harmoniously. So now we're going to call our guides through to have a chit chat about this important perspective from Indian culture and history. Anthony is now connecting with our guides and bringing them forth.
It's always an honor and privilege to be in your presence, Gaia. Thank you for receiving us.
Thanks for coming. We are talking about one of my favorite topics, which is harmony and balance in the home, which includes aesthetics, it includes energy, it includes the elements.
Everything is made of energy. All of the things that you place in your home and around your home is made of energy. That is why we will tell you, all of you, that whatever you decide to place into your home, have it be aesthetically beautiful. Give it the energy of love and higher vibrations, and you will always be connected to us.
A common belief: space is not empty, but filled with luminous energy. The Vastu Shastra variation is that energy is known as prana.
Breath.
And the Feng Shui variation is that energy is known as qi.
Breath again.
So, common belief: the 5 elements are key factors in both systems. The Vastu Shastra variation is the elements are ether, air, fire, water, and earth. And the Feng Shui variation is wood, earth, water, fire, and metal. So these are 2 different systems looking at harmony and balance in similar ways. There's some similarities and obviously there's some differences. And so I thought I would just talk a little bit about the differences so we can better understand really what Vastu Shastra is all about. Feng Shui places more emphasis on small cures such as mirrors and fish, whereas Vastu Shastra focuses on the big picture involving the rearrangement of the entire floor plan and even doors. Water. Vastu Shastra advises that water should be in the northeast position, whereas Feng Shui says it should be in the front of the house regardless of direction, although water in the north is preferable. And lastly, although there's many other aspects that they talk about in the book, but the last one that I'll mention here is space. In Vastu Shastra, the house is viewed as a cosmic person, and this is the main determinant of room placement, whereas Feng Shui doesn't share the same spiritual concept of space.
So we will tell you this. Each culture holds its own unique aspect on where to place objects, furniture, things of that nature, where to place a door and a window. But it's not so much a part of where you actually place it, whether it's facing north, south, east, or west. What is most important is this. The aspect is that you are manifesting or that you have the intent of creating harmony. When you have the intent of creating harmony, it doesn't matter the culture. What matters is the intention that you are creating harmony, whether you live in a house, a castle, or a teepee. What's most important is the harmony that you are creating in and around yourself. You create this intention of harmony around you and where you are living in any particular time. But all is dependent upon the culture as well. There is no right way and there is no wrong way. It is really through the intentions that you are manifesting a harmonious way of life. However, it is simply the aspect of knowing that all creatures, all objects hold a certain sense of energy as well. To place these energies together in a harmonious way is what it is doing for you as a human being, is connecting you higher to these frequencies.
What about the aspect that there is a particular direction that's more known for abundance, for example, and another direction that's more known for health?
But that doesn't exist where we are. There is no direction. There is no up, down, side to side, north, south, east, or west. Everything for us is multi-directional, multi-universal, multi-dimensional. There are no directions for us. So what we are telling you is this. It is not so much the direction, but the intent of creating harmony within yourself, within the place in which you dwell, and within the objects that you have. For they hold the harmony and they hold the balance that you are trying to create. What holds true for one culture doesn't hold true for another. What holds true for one language doesn't hold true for another. So you see, we're not saying that each of them is incorrect. We are saying that each of them is correct. But do not become a prisoner of your own laws that you manifest. For that with each creation, there can be another creation that comes from it. Don't hold yourself to each creative process. It's okay to deviate. It's okay to expand upon which you have set forth for yourself. That is being connected to source. It always comes down to intention. We only do this because you are beginning your path. It is a way of distinguishing between energies. After a while, you will understand that wherever you place something within your house, you will know intuitively where it goes and the energy that it is projecting and giving to you. It is the same thing with us. You will just know that. There will be no reason to put it to the left or the right. It will be no reason to ask whether you are of the highest source, because it automatically will be. Just as you decorate your house and your dwelling, you know where objects go. But you also recreate, don't you?
Constantly.
And that's what we are trying to tell you. There is no one way Feng Shui or the Vastu Shastra way. There is your way. You will understand where all of these energies come from, where they go, and how to organize them.
Historically, though, it's absolutely fascinating. It's really a guide to harmonious habitation. So it takes into aspects of mathematical and architectural design as well, and best practices around that.
And connecting with Gaia as well, and what looks good upon the Earth's surface, and connecting with higher energy realms. That's really what it's all about.
Even in Shintoism, as we can see in Japan, a lot of the architecture is actually built around nature. Nature is actually an integral part of the homes and the buildings in Japan.
You too have it in your own culture, different ways of creating architecture so that it becomes part of the mainstream, becomes part of the earth, similar to your Golden Gate Bridge. It's not really gold. They colored it so that it would become part of the clay, the redness of it as well. That is what you call being harmonious. And that's why it's so popular, because it is a bridge that is harmonious with the landscape. It is nothing more than living in harmony with Gaia that you are creating in all different aspects of life. And with that, we will take leave.
Okay. Thanks,
Thank
guys.
you for having us.
Thanks for coming through.
Thank you for giving this image and this information to all of those that are watching us.
So as our guides leave, Anthony will return shortly to the here and now. So whether you tap into the beautiful aspects of Shintoism from Japan, Feng Shui and other parts of Asia, or Vastu Shastra, this Indian tradition, we're curious, what works for you and what brings you into harmony? And if you don't know anything about Vastu Shastra, which a lot of people don't, and we certainly didn't until recently, it's really a great little book by Caroline Robinson, and you can learn how to use Vastu Shastra to give you access to really ancient architectural interior design wisdom that removes negative elements to our environment and transforms it into a supportive, sacred space.
Thank you for joining us. We look forward to working with you again.
Thanks for being here, and we'll see you soon.
Bye-bye now.